Hi, welcome to Xing Yi Academy. I'm Paul Andrews, and today we are going to talk about the art of Yan Yi. Let's get going, let's do a little bit, and I'll explain it afterwards. Okay, so that was a little bit of Yan Yi. Some of you might be wondering, what exactly is Yan Yi? Well, Yan means to research, and Yi is the intention or intent. So what it really means is that we're looking at how our intention moves our body, connects with our body movement. Where does it come from? Well, it comes from Goyun Shen, through my teacher's first teacher, Master Yung. His grandfather was taught directly by Goyun Shen. So it's been passed down through that family line to us today. So what's it all about? The very beginning movements, these small movements, are all about trying to connect the movements of your limbs, your hands and your feet to your core, to the upper waist area, especially around the solar plexus. This is called the Zhongwan, or the middle cavity. Now, it's not a specific point, it's an area, and it also refers to the back as well. So we're looking at how we can use this twisting, rolling and waving of the spine to create movement. It's a completely non-martial art. It's not Xing Yi, it's an art of itself. It's almost like a dance with energy. And what we use it for is to start to learn and understand how our body movement creates energy flow into the limbs as we're moving around, and how our intention drives that flow of energy that then becomes a movement. In the Xing Yi classics, the classic of 6 harmonies, the Lu He Lun, what happens is it says the Xin, the spirit, creates the Yi, the intention. The Yi creates the Qi, the energy. And then the energy creates Li, or strength. This is physical movement or power that comes out from the movement of the body. So the connection that we're looking at here is the Yi and the Qi, the energy. How can our intention start to make movement from the core out to the hands? We build this up. So we start with the small movements, and then we start to play around with movements that we're familiar with, like the 5 elements. Notice how, unlike Xing Yi, where we're compact, we're tight, we're really tightly reeled because we want to keep that energy contained and use it combatively, in Yan Yi, we let it loose, we let it flow, we let it go where the intention wants it to go. As we get more into the practice and develop it, we start to have freestyle movement, and we just start to do whatever we feel like. It could be anything, could even be cartwheels or forward rolls. But in general, because we're more familiar with Xing Yi type movements, we experiment with Xing Yi movements. As we experiment, we get to understand how that flow of energy works. What we're not trying to do is cut the flow of energy. When we cut the flow of energy, we create a force. In Yan Yi, we're just more interested in how does the flow continue constantly, working from the center of the body outwards. So we're always looking to find a way to keep that flow rolling, threading into the next movement, so all the movements become one. In Xing Yi, we also have a phrase called threading into one, which comes from the Xing Yi classic of unification. And it's all about trying to make your movements into one movement until in Xing Yi we get the strike, we get the cut, we get the big hit. In Yan Yi, that never comes because it's just a non-martial playing around, dancing with the energy. So we're trying to make all of our movement into one continuous movement in this dance of energy and playing around. So that's Yan Yi. It gets more complicated as you develop it into that freestyle practice, but at the start we use this a lot for trying to develop the body movement, the Shenfa, the body methods, and the connection between our extremities and our core. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little bit of Yan Yi and that explanation this week. Make sure to click the links below, sign up to our Facebook, sign up to the YouTube, subscribe to us, check out our Instagram and Pinterest and all that stuff. And until next time, keep it real.